Let's talk basketball now. And the New Orleans Pelicans, who open training camp 2 weeks from today. There is a ton of optimism surrounding our city's NBA franchise. Joining us now to talk more about basketball in the Big Easy, our good friend Jake Madison from the podcast Locked On Pels. The last time I remember people being this excited about the Pelicans, Jake, you got to go back to when they were the Hornets, 2008, coming off a 56-win campaign. They had just signed James Posey. They felt like a championship contender. Does it feel like that type of excitement right now?
No, I do think it's those Chris Paul, David West, Tyson Chandler led teams when people were this excited about it. That was a team that felt like a true title contender. And though this team isn't on the level of necessarily making it to the NBA Finals, they have a number of things working in their favor, right? They were good last year. That's a big step first and foremost. And now you're adding Zion Williamson to the mix. You know, one of the more transcendent young players in the league. This team might not be title contender, but it's got the feel of a team on the rise. And that's something that a lot of people can really buy in. They can kind of get involved with this team, invest emotionally, and grow with the team, I think, to a certain degree. And that's something that gets people really on board. And I think that's one of the reasons why people are really excited around this Pelicans team this coming season.
Jake, I'm going to disagree with you just a little bit. I think the Pelicans have to be a lot closer to being a championship contender than just a good playoff team. And here's the reason why. The Pelicans are going to get very expensive very soon. So to me, they've got to be one of the top teams in the Western Conference. Is that fair or unfair?
It does. Look, there's concerns about the salary cap in the future and how this team is going to navigate it, and if they will be willing to pay the luxury tax, something they've never done in the history of this franchise. It's an open question. I think they will do that if they are a true title contender. I don't think they will be good enough to be there next season, partially because the top of the West is still very strong. You mentioned the Phoenix Suns, the Memphis Grizzlies. There's also the Golden State Warriors there too. Denver is going to get Jamal Murray back. We've seen a team like Minnesota really go all in this offseason, getting Rudy Gobert. Dallas has Luka Doncic, who is kind of going through a transformation of getting in shape and taking basketball seriously like Zion Williamson is, and he's already at an MVP level. When you look at some of the teams in the West, I just can't put the Pelicans ahead of them yet. Maybe injuries open a door for the Pelicans to make a run through the playoffs, and they'll certainly be in the postseason this year. I'm just not ready to vault them ahead of some of those other teams, but it certainly does feel like their time is coming. And I think they'll take being a solid playoff team this year and have to deal with the problem of, do they pay the luxury tax or not in subsequent seasons?
Jake Madison from the podcast Locked On Pels. Thank you very much. Great insight as always. The Pelicans open the regular season in Brooklyn, a huge matchup against Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving in a very good Eastern Conference team that is coming up on October 19th. And that's a look at sports. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back with your late night Lagniappe.